Unicorn Circuit.
Welcome to the Unicorn Circuit, your usually weekly dose of car news, Fanking.
When we get around to it, dose of unicorn news. When we have stuff to talk about. I have stuff to talk about today. I have so much.
Is this
to do.
episode 50?
No, 48.
Is it?
49. I don't know.
49. We're getting close.
heaps.
Imagine how big episode 50 is going to be, the same as all of them.
Massive.
It's going to be huge.
Massively equivalent.
The 240, the S30, the Datsun, the Nissan, the old car that we're not allowed to touch, that we're touching, that we like because we want to, because we can, even though you said we can't, but you like it and you keep watching anyway. There'll be another episode of that out this week.
My favourite expression that's come out of this whole 240 thing that I was completely not expecting.
Yes.
Weird beard.
What?
It's called weird beard.
What's
so
that
if
called?
you're a Datsun dude that's like, you can only use back, no, it's got to stay old. Except for his one, but everyone else's has to stay old. They're called weird beards.
Are they?
I love it.
I
It's the
didn't know
best
that was a
expression
thing.
ever. Don't you think? Because don't you just imagine something big bit? I don't like what you've done. But I've got a V8 in my, but you can't because yours is on the internet.
Do you know what?
No.
That's what I'll
I
say
don't
about
want to.
the Mini
I-
community.
no.
Is when we took the VTEC Mini to the Mini show and we thought that they would full pitchfork us. They loved it.
Pitchfork.
What?
Weird beards with pitchforks. I don't like it. I'm going to comment on the internet. How do you comment on? How does this work? Where do you type? I don't understand. What? What's next? Next up is car news.
This week on Car News, let's talk about autos, Martin. Let's
Yep.
talk about manuals.
Autos and manuals and the disappearance of manuals. If anyone else has noticed, there's way less manuals than there used to be. Go and look at a new car.
I'll tell you how many less there are. 98%. Maybe the maths doesn't work.
There's 98% less?
No.
98%
98%
of cars.
of cars produced these days are auto. Why?
Yeah.
Because the robots do it better.
Well, see, once upon a
It
time...
may not be as fun when the robot's pumping you, but it can do it more efficiently.
Exactly. It may not feel as good, may not have the same feeling.
Yeah. But it can do it. It can do it
Anyway,
regularly and reliably.
anyone who's been around long enough to remember when autos were slow and clunky and you wasted and less fuel efficient and wasted mechanical
That was
energy
a
and
long
stuff.
time ago.
Well, they've come a long way.
They
and
have.
so, you probably noticed supercars usually start things, and I don't think Ferrari makes a manual anymore.
Golf GTIs do them. When those cars, they sneeze a lot. You've probably noticed they've got a cold.
They do.
Yeah,
Sounds more like a fart than a sneeze, I reckon. don't
it
you
sounds
reckon?
rubbish.
Anyway,
We've spoken about that before. It sounds so rubbish.
So there's a whole lot
Sorry.
of stats out there. Americans, particularly our American friends out there, you guys don't sell many manuals at all. Something like only like 3% of cars you bought a manual, but only about a quarter of cars that are produced are available in a manual.
Because wasn't there something like WRX, like new version, is not manual?
Oh, the Lavorg is auto only.
Auto only?
Yes,
That's it?
CVT auto as well.
But then Focus RS, manual only?
Yes, and that's the interesting thing. And so if you go and buy an MX-5, I think 3/4 of MX-5s are
Who
manuals.
would do that?
BRZs and...
No one would. Sorry, but no one's buying a new MX-5, are they?
Yeah.
Those new little
They won
ones?
like some car of the year award.
No, I'm not saying. But those new little ones, people
Yeah.
are not digging them because they're not fat.
No, they love them.
No, they don't.
Don't they?
Have a look around.
Are you
now.
sure?
Yeah, I'm sure they don't like them because they think
I see
their eyes
heaps
are
of
too
them on the
squinty
road. I see heaps of them
Yeah,
on the
but
road.
not from our people.
Who's our people?
I don't know.
What are the weird beards? What are the weird beards buying, man?
Mirrors and minis.
No, we're not weird beards.
Anyway.
Just to finish that off, 86s, BRZs, lots of manuals, MX-5s, lots of manuals. There's an interesting sort of area of
Is
the
that
market.
new MX-5, the little skinny one, is that manual?
Yes.
Is it?
Most MX-5s are manual. There's only a few orders. I've only seen one ever. Mechanical
What was
Stig had an
MX-5?
auto
What was
MX-5.
Did he?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he did. And he loved
Really?
it. He secretly loved it, didn't
No,
you?
he
Didn't you,
didn't.
mate? Anyway, so Civic, even the Civic, less manuals, maybe no manuals. Does anyone care about the Civic? Do you?
We care about the engines. We care about taking the
Civic
engines and
engines.
putting them in other things. Anyway, there it is. Now, Corollas, Martin, we do have to talk about Corollas because they've been recalled again to recall the recoil.
You can get a manual Corolla.
Total recall twice.
What? Double?
So yes,
Why?
there's a double recall because there was this issue with the airbags that has engulfed everybody's vehicles.
Get yours fixed, PS, if you haven't. I got mine fixed. Turns out mine wasn't even bolted in properly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It would have been fine, but it was like...
Except it wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Get it fixed.
I think the ruckus on the Corolla between 2009 and 2012, maybe it's 2007. I don't know. You check if you own one. Go check. the onus of responsibility is on you, my
You'll
friend.
probably get a letter.
They think that when they did the recall, that potentially they didn't apply the recall properly. But you can do a check at your local Toyota dealership. It takes about 15 minutes. They'll fix it for free. There it is.
That's awesome. I got one other interesting thing. Electric Mini. Electric Classic Mini. Have you seen it?
No.
It was like a concept
I was
thing.
so disappointed.
Why?
So disappointed because I got dick baited so hard.
What do you mean dick baited?
Dick baited, where you put your dick in, you click, so you put the,
your dick.
you put the,
Yes.
you put the,
You got dick
you
baited.
invest in you invest the time to put your finger in and click.
Yeah.
And then what you get is not there. It's like, electric mini,
I thought it
whoa!
was crap. Is that what you mean?
No, and then you go there, and it goes, whoa, it's like a classic mini. It's incredible.
awesome.
It's electric.
What's
it's all
wrong
these
with it?
things. What's wrong with it is that the article that talks about it was suggesting that you could buy it until the very, very end. It's like, oh, you can't buy it and they'll never make it.
they're never going to make
It's
it.
like a thing like going,
Yeah,
Honda
okay.
powers all new Mini.
Yeah.
And then you go, wow, that's really exciting, awesome. And then you read it, oh, wow, it's so cool, all this power, rah, 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 rah. Oh, no, it was just made on some crappy show called Mighty Car Mods and you can't actually buy it.
Mighty Car Mods is not crap unless
Anyway.
you talk to the weird beards.
There's more news, Martin.
Do you have more news?
Yeah, I do have more
Go,
news.
go, go! I'm keen.
Did you want to say anything about the electric Mini though?
I was just
It's
excited.
just a one-off.
It just looked cool, like the idea of it, like a classic mini shell built onto I think a BMW i3 EV system or something. There needs to be more of
that in
stuff,
itself is
man.
all very cool.
There needs
It's
to be
great.
more of that
I was just angry because
You know why
it
they won't
wasn't
do it?
what I dicked on.
You know why they won't do it? Crash safety.
A whole lot of different reasons.
Crash safety would be the big one, man. Stamping out that shell, no worries. Trying to sell a car with that safety rating in 2018.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
some engineering
It's fair
concerns.
enough, but it also sucks.
Here it is, Martin. It's happened.
What is?
It's
has?
happened.
What has?
Autonomous vehicles.
Oh, again.
It's nuts.
I like it
Here
because
we
it's
go.
going to happen.
Oh no, it's happened. That's it.
What do you mean?
Done.
What do you mean?
It's happened
You
right
bought
now.
one?
No.
What do you mean then?
New South Wales approved. Done.
Except I read that manufacturers are pulling back, man.
Are they?
Because stuff's crashing and they're like, oh,
pushing
maybe
back.
this isn't a good idea.
No, they're not. That's rubbish. That's written by some dude who's got stake in an oil field somewhere. The Transport Minister in New South Wales, they've just approved it. It's done. Autonomous vehicles on our roads here. It's happened. We've been talking about
How
it.
do you
for a
feel
while.
about it?
We've been talking about it.
How
for a
do you
while.
feel about it?
I do
Makes
want
me-
to say, though, I think this is important to say. It's a trial of semi-autonomous vehicles. It's level 2 automation.
Semi-autonomous vehicles have crashed into people.
Do you know what level 2 automation means?
What?
I won't be automated. A person will be behind the wheel the whole time.
Yeah, but they're not operating it.
They're in control of it.
What? That's not automated then. Good story. It's a brilliant story. Rain fingers up.
No, it's legit news.
Is it?
That semi-autonomous vehicles are now have been approved for New South Wales roads. Here's what else is approved while I'm on it. This is not meant to be news, but I want to talk
I was
about
going to talk about a Forester, but that's actually boring.
Have you ever
compared
been
to
like driving to school in your Gemini or your Camira or whatever, and you see other kids waiting on the side of the road, and you're like, I could give them a lift, and you're just like, no, fuck them. Like you just leave them there in the rain. Did you ever do that?
this? No.
Didn't you?
Once though,
Anyway.
I dragged a kid down a car park because his foot got caught in the seatbelt when he got out, and he shut the door and the seatbelt was still looped around his foot, and he came for a ride. Yeah, that was full on. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It wasn't my fault, but it was.
That got really dark. Anyway, what I
He's
wanted
fine.
to say is if you're ever going past someone and they're going the same direction, Uber will now, if you're not an Uber driver, they're launching carpool.
yeah, I heard
so you
about
can
this.
basically go,
Uber
I'm
pool.
off to Panthers, and as you're driving there, someone else is off to Panthers to do aqua golf.
Panthers with an F.
Yeah. And if you're on the way there, some people say you can tell a true Panthers fan if they genuinely believe that the Australian national anthem ends with the words Go Panthers.
Really?
Yeah, good. Advance Australia, go Panthers! The Penrith Panthers is a soccer
Football team. Soccer team. Come
What
on,
are they
man.
called? Cricket.
Footy.
Cricket.
Rugby league.
Believe
Different
it?
to rugby
Sandpaper
union.
in your cricket
Look
balls.
it up. Different to
Every bit of
gridiron.
news story.
Look it up.
Guess what? Not every Aussie's sandpaper in his balls. Trying to.
Oh, don't get me
Trying to
started on that
whatever.
one, man. I'm so disappointed.
We love cricket.
No.
I read once the smaller the ball, the bigger the dickhead you are. It's like, basketball. It's like the smaller it goes, the bigger.
I really like that because I immediately thought of ping pong and golf.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, no haters though. Where are we at? Anyway, Uber, they want to bring their pool sharing pool party in a car.
That would have been
Your
so
car.
handy. When I was
Whatever.
at
Go
uni, I was
Panthers.
driving like 45 minutes to get there every day.
Me too.
And one dude in my class was like, "Hey, bro, can I have a lift? Bro, give us a lift." And I was like, "Oh, okay," because the petrol was hectic expensive.
Wow. Did he put in for petrol?
Give us a lift.
Lift for wristies.
No, wait. So he goes, oh, I'll give it like $20. And so $20 was like when it was like 4 days of driving.
That'd get you like 40 litres of petrol.
Back then it would get you, maybe
like 60 cents or something.
Yeah, anyway, and I'll give us a lift. But then he would.
Story time's a bit later.
But then he would get an extra day, but the petrol price wouldn't go up. Like the petrol money wouldn't go up. It was just like a through the door fee.
Right. I used to drive this girl to uni, and she was meant to pay half, and she just never did. And my heater in my Chimera didn't work, so we used to have a sleeping bag. That was the heater in the front, and you'd put this, and then I had the gear stick through the sleeping bag because it would stick up like that, and you'd have to, like, it was so cold that you're changing gears through the sleeping bag, just tent poling. And
Oops.
Anyways, is that all the news?
Yeah, that's
is that all of it?
No,
Okay.
there's something about a Forester with 10 USB ports, which is kind of boring.
What?
Like, no one cares.
Why does it have so many?
I don't know. There's some new Forester, and they just go, oh, well, let's make the engine a bit smaller. Put a turbo on it, but Americans don't get turbos. They get the non-turbo ones, and that's a crap deal, PS. If they bring in a car that's factory turbo, then they go, oh, just take the turbo off and give it to you. You got ripped off, man.
They take the turbo away and give you 10 USB ports.
No, there's 10 USB ports in all of them. There's USB ports to everything.
Really?
Man. It's just like,
How many
plug in my
do you
device.
actually need to charge?
Good question.
Anyway, here we go. Let's just move it on into Is That Even Legal? This week on Is That Even Legal, we're going to Mexico. Marty and I ended up in Mexico once because we missed our flight when the security people, the lovely security people,
because you had
Mexico
two hats.
Didn't like it. I had two hats the same. Have we talked about that in story time? We told you that story.
Episode.
Anyway, so I had two hats that were the same, and Mexican security said,
no.
What's no in Mexican?
Not sure.
Se. No, what's yes?
I don't know.
Si.
You're going to sound.
No.
That's yes, man. Come
Si.
on. We're going to sound like dummies
Anyway,
if we
I'm
even
like,
try.
two hats. No. No, you cannot have two hats.
Oh my God, what accent is that?
No, Frenchy Mexican. Anyway, so he said, no, we got stuck there. We released some baby turtles into the ocean. But anyway, one thing that it's lucky that we didn't do when we were there, we were staying at the beach because they were just like, oh, you're a film crew and you can't have your flight. And they gave us a little wristband.
Yeah.
Remember they gave us wristies at the airport? And then we went and stayed at our hotel. Anyway, the point was, we're lucky.
Oh my
we're
God.
lucky.
Where's this going?
Lucky that we weren't riding bikes. Because in Mexico, you're not allowed to take your feet off the pedals. You're not allowed to do it. Illegal. If you're riding a bike and you like, lift your feet up, boom, you get thrown in the wristy jail.
Next up, it's weird stuff from Unicorn.
This week it's weird stuff from the Unicorn. We've got two packages, Martin.
Two packages.
There you go. Do you want that one?
I get one?
This one's from Nathan.
Nathan.
And Nathan appears to have made
Prosprin.
He's made his own jewellery.
Oh, he made
Let
his
me show
own
the people. Look at that.
finger.
He's made his own chopped fingers.
Good job,
as
Nathan.
a keyring. It's a
That's
very
awesome.
long letter.
This is written with pencil.
Well done, man.
I'm going to get a Ford Fiesta ST. Good choice. That was a mad little car.
Last year I watched your videos on how to make a chopped keyring from a fork. I decided to make my own and give it a go, but a little bit different. I had some spare time at
It's
school.
made from pewter.
And I made it from pewter. Extremely soft. I had to be careful not to drop it. Well done, man. Thank you very much. So that's a shout out to Nathan and his photos of his homemade bits and pieces. We've got another one here, Martin. This one here is all the way from London House Stores, Aberporth, Cardigan, Seragan. Oh man, the postcodes are England are so weird. They're so crazy.
They work well though because that postcode's like a set area. It's actually quite a clever system, but not as easy as like 2000.
Martin, who knows what we've got in here? Let's have a look. Well,
okay.
Thank you very much.
Not what I was expecting.
This is it's a magical unicorn, 2 magazines inside, unicorn puzzles.
Oh, dude, look at this!
And lovely stories.
Mate, should we save this for Random Eat Bag?
Maybe.
Because this is amazing.
Hi guys, recently discovered you and Mighty Car Mods on YouTube, Magical Unicorn, and somebody who enjoys cars and an engineer by trade. Been loving the work you do from basics like how to wash your car through to driveway mods, and your mad engine swaps. The work you do is more impressive knowing you're just a couple of dickheads. Do it for fun. Enough of fanboying, driveling. Please find and close a couple of things to brighten up your day. The magazine I thought appropriate for obvious reasons. It even comes with a free gift and the chocolate. Well, with a name like that, it just had to be done.
I want it.
What is the name? We reveal the name later.
Random Eat Bag.
Amazing.
Not so random this time.
Martin, let's kick it into My Crap Car.
This week on My Crap Car, we have
That was so weird.
Subaru Outback, good choice, man.
It's rattle canned. And this episode of My Crap Car, or this segment, has a very special guest. Do you know who's in it?
No, are you in it?
Nope. Are you in it?
No.
Who is?
I don't know.
He was here this week.
What? Ronald McDonald?
No, who was in this workshop in the last week?
The Colonel.
No. Who else? Who was working on cars with us in the last 7 days? Name rhymes with Toda. Turbo Yoda makes an appearance in this video. Yes.
Wow.
Dropping off a basket of goodies to this fine young gentleman. You'll see. He comes floating down out of the sky, delivering gifts of automotive amazement.
Yoda eats.
Here it is.
Welcome to my crap car. First it was grey and boring. Then it became green and kind of cool. Then it became ugly as shit. And then suddenly becomes a little bit less ugly, and now it becomes awesome. So this is my crap car, my 2005 Subaru Outback. It's okay, I guess. It has a very bad 4-speed automatic that sucks ass. It has a cool steering wheel. None of the buttons work, but hey. Of course I have mud flaps, because hello, it's an awesome rally car, as you can see. It has the world's most saddest 2.5 non-turbo, so it's sad. You see, I missed the turbo on that spot. It should be a turbo, or a snail. I made myself my homemade grill because the old one got broken, so I'm just made one. It looks kind of nice if you get away from the car, but this car looks good long away. It has upgraded brakes that makes noises every damn mile. I have upgraded exhaust system, so it sounds okay. And of course I pray every day for the one and only God, Turbo Yoda. It's super fast.
12 seconds later.
And of course, since I am a real idiot, I painted my car with rattle can. It looks like hell when I get too close, but if you just get away from the car, like long away, it actually don't look so bad, I guess. And of course it handles like a freaking boat. It's not the stiffest car in the world, but it's actually pretty good brakes on it. That's the only good thing about the car, I think. So, thank you for watching my crap car, and one beautiful day this car will have a bigger engine. Supergrams, be afraid.
So there it is. That's the Turbo Outback. That looks pretty good. Looks like a lovely country as well.
Yeah, amazing. Thanks for sending your video into My Crap Car. If you want your car featured on My Crap Car in the Unicorn Circuit, send it to mycrapcar@unicorncircuit.com. It'll flash up in some dodgy text. And we might put on the show.
Or we might not. Please keep your pants on. We got some awkward ones last week. Super orky.
Don't need to see it.
We don't want to see that whale.
No.
An orca whale.
Oh, God.
Quick tip, man, for new players. Fish, their tails go that way, whales go that way. Don't call a whale a fish and a fish a whale, damn it.
Next up.
That's the difference. People are always going, look at that fish. No, if its tail flaps that way, it's not a fish, damn it. That way's a fish,
Next
that
up,
way's a whale.
It's Conspiracy Hat Cat. Conspiracy Hat Cat, that's my favourite intro of all time.
Yes.
I just love it. And then little thing.
Thank you.
I like cats, they're pretty cool. This week on my Conspiracy Crap Cat, what's it called again?
Yeah,
why are you doing the talking thing? The conspiracy is that
the whole conspiracy. I'm going to try and ESP intellectually connect with your brain hole, and I'm going to try and mouth what you're saying at the same time for the whole segment.
We haven't been there yet. I'm going to go forward because it's just so distracting. We haven't spoken at all about Dieselgate, which is like one of the biggest conspiracy things to happen in automotive like ever. Is it annoying? It's annoying you as much as it's annoying me, and I can only see it from the side. You're seeing it full frontal, like with the doodle right in your face. It must be really freaking annoying. Anyway, so there's a documentary there that's been made. It's on Netflix. It's called Dirty Money. And I'd highly recommend you have a watch. It's pretty interesting to see what's kind of gone on, the difference between dyno testing, real world testing. It's been all through the news. But the interesting thing and the conspiracy is, you got to talk to me, man. Stop it with that thing.
Then you do it for me, though.
I will in a second.
Okay.
The conspiracy, the crazy part of this conspiracy is that VW have sold more cars.
Yeah. Well, it's because I think that Volkswagens, they're just really good. Other than the fighting GTI noise, which sounds like, we know what that sounds like, they're actually really good cars. Now, I heard someone from Europe tell me that Volkswagens are like not a very good car, and we've spoken about that before. In Australia, Volkswagens have cred. They're not quite Audi cred, but they're just like one step down, and they actually do make really good cars.
Yeah.
We've each owned them.
I owned a VW momentarily.
Our Mark III, man, the street cred.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
The best car.
That's because it was covered in beer and urine.
The most disturbing part of that Dirty Money documentary was when they were talking about potentially doing human testing, people on bikes. Did you see that bit?
And
the diagram, and then they went, no, don't use them. Use primates. Use monkeys.
Yeah, and use
that was
monkeys.
disturbing. I don't know if they actually did that or not. The thing is that
they might have.
they had to pay these fines. I understand some people went to jail. Basically what they were doing is they were tampering with I don't want to like wreck it for everybody, but what they were doing was tampering with the ECU so that the ECU would know it was on a dyno. Now, how could you trick a car into thinking it's on the dyno? This is how they did it. No input from the steering wheel, you're on a dyno.
And they did it
The
twice.
moment you turn the steering wheel, bang, you're on a road.
And they reflashed it twice, so it came out that the numbers were wrong.
Allegedly.
And then they updated it, and then it still did it. Defeat device. But here's the crazy thing that I don't understand. While this is all going on, allegedly, there was emails, internal emails, which they just subpoenaed and went, we want those, thanks, we'll have your emails. And it's like, oh, there's a defeat device in the car.
I know.
In email.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
Well, somebody made a claim that it was just a couple of rogue engineers. And then someone else said, if you need a pencil at Volkswagen, you need to ask 10 people's permission.
Anyway, check it out. There's lots of stories in the news about it. It's really interesting just to see, the lengths that companies and people will go to try and make a profit, which is not a surprise, but also just we just change the software, which you couldn't have done years ago. It'd be really hard to do that. Now
the engineers who design the cars, I think, are coming from as in the look of it, the feel of it, whatever. They're coming from a good place. They're trying to push the boundaries. They're artists, like they really are. Then on the other end of that, you've got the advertising agencies, and they're usually artists as well. You've got filmmakers, you've got composers, you've got set designers, you've got directors, you've got all these people. It's kinds of those people's job to convince you that the car is more than just a fridge with wheels, which basically we're looking at something on scale, pump out as much of them as you can. I'm sure they're really proud, and I'm saying there as in all car manufacturers, I'm sure they're really proud of the products they're making, but I also think that they're just looking and going, how many have we sold, how much money have we making, what kind of political influence are we getting in this particular country because of these things that we've done, A, B, C, D, E, and then they go, oh wow, there's these forums for your car and people are having these track days and all these things, and the manufacturer thinks it's awesome. I don't believe that they're actually fully into what we're doing to our cars, wow, that's the best thing ever, other than the fact that it's a bit of a branding exercise for them, because it's up to the advertising agencies to promoting the cars to try and convince us that it is more than just a connection of fluids and nuts and bolts and metal and glass.
If all this stuff is true, I just believe that the technology wasn't there yet, because we all have a read up on diesel particulate filters that filter that have to be cleaned. You see them in a lot of utes and SUVs and bigger trucks and stuff like that. The technology to clean up the diesels is worth a lot of money. I just don't think they quite nailed it yet. And so they've got, it can be that clean, but I think they were saying not for long. So
what's interesting about those diesel particulate filters is with the Volkswagen ones, they say that you put your car at 60 kilometers an hour, you put it in sports mode if you've got it or whatever, and then you go at 1,800 RPM and drive for 15 minutes, and then your stuff's clean. It's done. And it's it knows that it needs to be done, and the car knows that it can do it, but then you actually have to do it. I reckon there's a conspiracy in that too.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. There's Because why, if it's got a clean, like why wouldn't it just go, cool, press the button twice and press this twice and it'll just go,
There's also that theory of cleaning, like the dirt has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
If you clean something and you wipe a thing that's on the rag, then the rag's in the bin or washed down the sink. You know, like it's got to go. Anyway, I don't know enough about it, but have a look. It's a very interesting little look into how some of this big stuff works.
It got very deep very quickly, so let's just bring it right back up out of the pants and go Fank of the Week. Fanking is the delightful art of recontextualising the name of a product by taking a photo of it down near your crotch. You can send us your fanks to facebook.com/fankingdaily. Some ones are too rude. We don't put them on here. Others are rude. They go on here. We often don't know what they are until we see them, which would make sense because otherwise we'd be able to see the future. We can't see it before you send it to us. Anyway, let's just hook right into it, Martin. Here we go. Straight up.
Bang, 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 bang.
Banana babies. Well done. I'd eat that.
Is that an ice cream?
I think so.
That looks tasty.
Boom, the big gap filler.
Nice.
That's handy, isn't it?
Yep, very handy to have around the house.
Martin, that's O. Henry.
Oh, Henry. I wonder if his name is Henry.
I hope so. That'd be cool.
I'd be impressed.
Martin, that's some quickwood.
Got
Now,
there really fast, didn't it?
I didn't know JB Weld made quickwood.
I didn't know they made wood stuff. Is that putty? Is that what that is?
It's really fast setting, like wood putty, the colour of wood that then you can like sand and
is it
I don't
too-
know if you can nail into it. But
Do you reckon it's the same like as the fuel tank stuff? Like once you need it, does it activate once
I
you
don't
need
know.
it? Like
I
a
never
two-part
used it.
thing?
I want some. I want to use some. Does anyone have some? Who sent us this? Can you send it to us? I want to try it. It could be a new segment on the show. Product testing. Imagine
wood.
that.
Oh, wow. What did that say before? I love that without fanking. Sometimes when you've got to work backwards from the fank into the reality.
Dark forest. Is it snooze balls? Do you
Snooze
reckon?
balls?
Snooze.
Smooth.
Booze balls?
Booze balls, I bet you.
No, because there's a big
The
thing down there.
energy balls. Look, plant-powered energy balls.
I don't know what that is, man.
That's what vegans have.
That's some pepper balls. I like those things.
They
Those
are.
little peppers with a cheese thing in them.
No
They're kind of
fan.
cool. Martin, that's a clam colon. Now, or is it cram? Cram colon.
Cram colon.
Is it cram or clam?
I can't tell.
The thing
I like
is,
it though.
I mean, people can say that, you know, well, it's different in my language. We're in a global community now, and if you're going to call your product a cram colon, people in other countries are going to think that's a bit wacky.
You would check, wouldn't
Not that that matters.
You'd check
Maybe
it,
they
surely.
see. That's the other conspiracy, that they know it.
Yeah.
They know we're going to talk about cramming the colon and put it on the show. Martin, that's just some man milk. There it
Nice.
is. Look at his nails.
you? Nice nails, mate.
Martin, that's a chub roll. Weebox. That's Weebox beef chub roll.
Beef flavoured chub roll.
I don't wanna
Good
eat
fank.
Super balls.
Sticky date. Yep.
Good job. I
Nice.
like a protein ball every now and then. That's just bent,
thick and large. Well done.
I like that because we've had thick and large. We haven't had it bent before.
Yeah.
So good job.
And it's one of those fanks that sneaks up on you because it's in front of your face forever.
Exactly. Three
I know
more.
what I'm
Here we
talking
go, mate. That's just an old chub.
He's a weird beard. I've got an old chub. An old chub when I drive my Datsun. I have an old chub and I put it on me sausage I get from Bunnings. You know why I go to Bunnings?
No, Mum.
Do you know why?
No,
I
I'm
go
gonna
just
hear
to
about it
look.
anyway.
I don't buy things, I just window shop at Bunnings.
Good, Martin. It's a bit
What?
freaky
Weird
today.
beards, man.
Martin, that's fingeries.
That stuff's awesome.
What
Have
is
you
it?
used It's WD-40 that smells nice.
Really?
And you spray it on your guitar strings and then it slides better.
Really?
Yeah.
That guy's got a bass guitar. Well done. Martin, it's time for Fank of the Week.
Drum roll.
Well done. Well done.
And he's got lots of them.
Yeah, that's the 400 watt butt pump. Well done.
That's
You can
excellent
send
fank
us
of the,
your
I'm giving that
fank
fank of I'm giving that fank of 2018 so far.
Really?
Yep, that's big.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You can send us your fanking images, of course. Don't send them to us. Put them on the Facebook page. We'll go through and we'll have a look at them. That is facebook.com/fankingdaily. Our cheap ass graphics are flashing on the screen right now. There it is. It's time to kick it into
My town. My town is the delightful art of someone taking us to their town on a tour.
That's right, we want to look around, we want to see the good, we want to see the bad, we want to see the ugly, the hot, the awkward, the downright strange. We want to see it all.
And the
we
car.
want you to stick your camera into strange places where it's never been and show us a side of your town that even the locals haven't seen.
Make us a local.
Yeah. Take us there.
Yeah.
This week, we're going to South Australia, Martin, because apparently I called out for it. I asked someone to take us to South Australia. I hope I did, because I'm sure I've told everybody the story about when I was staying in a hotel in South Australia, and out my window, the only view that was out there was someone who'd wiped their and thrown the shit on the wall. That was my view. And I'm like, can I have a new room? And they're like, no. And then we went down and said,
No, because I need to save money for my Datsuns.
breakfast was
You
included.
can't have a new room.
And the breakfast was
I've got
those
a
little boxes of
1600.
cereal. And we ate more than one of those
And
boxes
a
of cereal. And they
120.
said, you're not allowed to have more than one box of cereal.
Because I
You're
need
taking the
money
piss.
for my
So
120Y.
we went and stayed down at Glenelg instead, down near the Shark Museum that I understand is not there anymore.
Oh,
but anyway, it used to be good.
Good story.
Anyway, that was a cool story. So anyway, let's hit it to South Australia.
Go.
G'day, Unicorn Circuit.
This is my town. Oh wait, welcome to my town.
That'll work.
Welcome to Whyalla. Whyalla was founded in 1901 as Hummocks Hill. It wasn't established as Whyalla until 1920. Now we're about 400 kilometres west of Adelaide, and we've got about 22,000 knobs living here. Now, Whyalla's been going through some dark times. Until recently, our steel industry was all but dead. But now that it's been bought out, it's brought some new life into the town. Now, Whyalla's known for its steelworks, and is sometimes referred to as the Steel City. Whyalla's origins in steel date back to 1941, where a shipyard first made HMAS Whyalla. Now, this ship served in World War II, but came back a little bit effed up, so we fixed her up, put her on a pole, and she's now a maritime museum.
Alright, so I thought we'd start with doing a bit of a beachy. So as is customary with every country South Australian town, the beach is always the local kind of hangout spot for people and their cars. Often come down here late at night, and a lot of people will come here to drive. And the beach actually looks somewhat decent today.
Presentable.
Yeah, often you'll find with South Australia, a lot of our beaches can be quite unpredictable. Sometimes they can be really nice, other times they can look like a cesspool of swampy ball sacks. Today we're sitting somewhere in the middle.
Now Orgy Lane.
Alright, so this is Orgy Lane. One of the gleaming features of the humble cesspool that is Whyalla. If you like it, you might call it Wyoming. If you don't, you might call it Why Bother. Lemons! What the
It goes for a while.
It's just a carload of lemons.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, so Whyalla has an awful lot of roundabouts, as you're about to see. Roundabout. 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 May I interest you in yet another roundabout? Roundabout.
How about another serving of roundabout?
Roundabout. Roundabout. About. If you look to your left, you'll see another one. And up ahead, you'll see another one.
Bottle and Bird, the drive-through bottle and the chip shop. So you can get your goon and your kebab without getting out the car. How good's that?
And what's a trip around town without some ice cream? From top shops.
Fank!
South Australia gets really hot.
Does
Did
it?
you know that?
No.
Yeah. But they have Tesla power battery things supporting their power grid. That's just a fact about
That's
South
pretty cool.
Australia.
And I also understand, and I think I've spoken about it before, the world's fastest buses that you don't have to drive. They have autonomous buses before. From what I understand, you get on a bus, then the bus goes off the road onto its own special road where it steers for you, and you can just put your foot down and off it goes. It was autonomous before that even existed. Is that true? Is it true? Are you from South Australia? Tell us all about it.
When we went to South Australia, people lent us their cars, remember?
They did.
They were awesome. That was fun.
They did.
That was a good thing.
Hello, South Australia. We're going to do a meet there. No, we already did it. Did we do that?
We did
yet?
one not long ago.
We did it. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do another one.
Are we?
Not this week.
No, okay.
Later.
Not anytime soon. We got to work that out. That was awkward. Sorry about that. Okay.
Do you have a story?
I do.
Story time.
I actually don't. Have you got something?
No, I already told it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what was it again?
With my Datsun.
Oh, okay.
Because when I was a young lad and I had a 120Y, they were $5,000. And I got one from me neighbour, but she only drove it to church. So I got it and I put a Weber on it. And then I took that off and I put a Solex. And after the Solex, I put a Mikuni. And then the Mikuni didn't work, so I went back to the Weber. And then I didn't want to make it too different from factory because you can't modify them too much or you just ruin them. So I put the Solex back on, and then I did the twin Webers. And after the twin Webers, I thought maybe I should do ITBs. That stands for individual throttle bodies.
We took the ITBs off the RB26.
You ruined it.
Okay. I thought so. I thought we did.
What's next?
We also took off a bunch of the other engine management. That's when you say you ruined it.
You ruined it because you should always leave the period correct engine management because those ones and zeros, they were intended for 1989 engines only. Ones and zeros from 2017 are the incorrect ones and zeros to open that particular injector.
The problem is probably due to a lot of people getting sick from asbestos, is the government said no to those things. They took them away. Did they wreck it too?
My house is full of asbestos.
Okay.
Oh, there's no problem with that. I don't know why they did it. They should have let you keep it. They ruined it.
This random meat bag. Can we eat something? I'm starvo.
I'm lost for words really, but on Random Eat Bag this
Weird
week...
beards. That's what they sound like. Do you know what they sound like? I'm not going to tell you again.
Because
You've endured enough.
I respect all...
Every time I read a Datsun comment, I read it in that voice.
Really?
Yep. Can we do the comment section? I'll read all of them in that voice.
No.
Okay.
Maybe another time. Anyway, Martin, so someone sent us these...
Wait.
Oh!
It's a surprise. For you.
You're wacky today, man.
It's a surprise for you.
For me. Let's eat it and finish it. I have to edit this Mighty Mods episode.
So, it's from our friend.
I'm a bit scared.
It's from our friend. But look at this. It's dairy milk, fruit and nut, chopped.
Chopped!
How good's
Chopped,
that?
that's awesome.
Why is it called chopped?
And why are they $41, Martin? Is that a 4? Are you opening that one or will I open this one?
Open this one. Why is it chopped? Oh, because it's chopped up fruit and nuts.
Are these made in Australia?
No.
Made under license. We're passionate about our great quality.
Made in EU.
Oh, there we go. Are these expired? And was that definitely sealed?
Yep, 100%.
Okay, cool. All right, let's
It's
eat
chopped.
it. Some Cadbury
It's
chopped.
chopped fruit
Thank
and
you
nut.
very much.
I don't know why it needs to be chopped. I would just eat the whole thing.
That's delicious.
That's pretty good, eh?
Thank you very much for watching the show. If you're still with us, thank you.
You made
if
it.
you're not, well, you're not. So you're not even listening.
But you didn't know that you weren't. Because the tree fell in the bush and you weren't there to chainsaw it.
We'll be back next week.
Maybe.
We got some Skid Factory coming out this week.
Yep.
We got some Mighty Car Mods coming out this week. Someone said the other day, they're like, Mighty Mods, why do they only do one episode a month?
What?
Last year we did 110 videos.
Yeah.
That's like 2 a week.
Yeah.
Across both of our channels.
Yeah.
But that includes this thing.
Yeah.
And now usually on a good week we're doing 3 a week. We're doing Unicorn Circuit, we're doing Skid Factory, we're doing Mighty Car Mods. You need to ring the bell, damn it.
Oh yeah, ring the bell.
Did you? Conspiracy. Stay with us. Did you hear about this?
No.
The YouTube conspiracy?
No.
You know how YouTube's trying to be Facebook, Facebook's trying to be YouTube?
Well, yeah.
Yep.
No. I don't, are they? Okay.
What?
Yep.
You know how YouTube now's got a wall?
Got a community
and
thing.
Facebook's doing a
but
video
people
thing?
get cranky on there if you write something.
Oh, do they?
I said, like, what's your favourite engine? I don't want to answer a question.
Okay.
The weird beard's got on there, man.
Anyway, Martin, no, listen, this is a big deal. So, YouTube has now gone the way of Facebook. When you put a video up, your subscribers don't get it anymore. You know how Facebook, if you like go, hey, here's a photo of my car, and it makes you pay to boost to get to those people.
Yeah.
YouTube is now not sending videos to all your subscribers anymore.
You got to pay them?
You don't pay them, but they've actually come out on a Q&A and admitted that of our, how many subscribers have we got on here? 500,000,
yeah,
600,000, half a million, right? Those people are not getting notified there's a Unicorn Circuit.
You know what?
Only the people who are commenting and engaged in it are getting the messages. The other people don't. And you can click the bell, and then the bell will mean that you might get it.
See, that's the thing about the internet circle-friendly time, is that they go, okay, so the people commenting it, they really want to see it. But what if Johnny hasn't commented on it for ages and loves 240s and doesn't even know it's happening and just misses it? That sucks for him.
What they're saying is that if you're subscribed to like 50 different things, every
Show me.
day you're going bing, 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 but we should get to choose. I want to see it, and I
Yeah.
go like because I'm not subscribed to it.
But the internet changed that way,
But-
didn't it? Like all this machine learning stuff and
good.
going, you got to, we'll decide for you. It's like, no, go out and find it. Did you ever find yourself stuck in that thing going, I love to watch some really mad car thing on the internet and it's just nothing? And then randomly, 3 days later,
crap.
someone links you something or you get upset and you're like, where was this? There's a whole series of stuff. I know there's a lot of like cool channels out there like
Yeah.
that. You just never find them.
I've been watching RB26 videos,
Have you?
single verse twin episodes.
Right.
Pretty good. Check them out. See you next time.
This is amazing. Should we get some real food?
Yeah.
I need a little one. Oh.